Oh yeah, I mean, incredible moment. Because of how the game had gone, and you worry because we weren't, at our fluid best, but we were pushing a lot. But the quality of the ball in, the power of the header, which Bobby's done for us a good few times, but what it means to the club. After that, we had to sit out. We didn't know whether to attack or to stay on the ball or whatever. I was like, go on, have another go, but don't lose it.
That was surreal. Michael was the same. He was like, get forward. Go on, have a go.
I didn't know what advice I should give then, but it's what it's about. Coming here and getting a point at this point of the season is not easy. And the stresses and strains and the worries and everything. We knew we were very nearly there, but to get it over the line like this, for this club after 25 years, wow, I mean, that...
What do you feel now when you see those 7,500? And you can just picture them back at home in Coventry as well, right now.
It's amazing. I talked before about the fan base. I talked more about what they've gone through and all the disappointments, and they've stuck with the club and all the stories. And then now they get this moment. It's a serious football club. I didn't even realise. I knew the history. I knew Coventry. Grew up Coventry, Premier League, First Division team, whatever. But this incredible fan base and what it means to the city and what these players have achieved. We came in 15 months ago. 17th in the league. Mark Robins had done an incredible job to get them back up where they were, but then to go and get automatic promotion as a non-parachute team with 3 games to go, those boys there, how they've listened and trained and everything they've done every day, it makes me feel emotional because they're so great to work with and they deserve every second of celebrating and getting it done what they've done there. This league is hard. It's getting harder because even the teams that are fighting for relegation are teams that have got players and squads and that. People think it's easy. It's not. It's harder. And these boys have managed to achieve something pretty unique and absolutely special and incredible. I'm delighted.
Well said, Frank. You're a man who's won Premier League trophies. You've lifted the Champions League trophy. You won FA Cups. You won England caps galore. Let's talk about you now. How does this feel? How proud of yourself are you for what you've achieved here? This is your first promotion as a manager.
I'm proud, and sometimes all managers talk about the players, but I am proud, and I'm proud myself and the staff, the boys, me, Chris, and Joe drove up 15 months ago, whatever, in the people carrier, and we went into a bit of an unknown, as you always go into a job. We've fallen in love with how the players, how they've reacted, the fan base, how it's reacted. So it's right up there for me for what I may have achieved. I was fortunate to be in great Chelsea teams. Winning the Champions League, winning leagues was amazing. Sometimes I could thank Didier Drogba for that or John Terry for that. Now to do this with this club in the circumstances that we've done it, for me overachieving, and I'm not belittling the players there. They've risen their game up by pure work, and I'm very proud to be the manager of that.
Frank, why did your gut tell you to come to Coventry? You had a lot of opportunities to go to other clubs. What was it about Coventry that finally made that decision for you?
I think there's things you learn, and things you learn from things you did well, maybe your own failings, but you get more perspective. And when I was out of a job, there were some opportunities, but I was looking at them, I wasn't sure. I thought, I went back to Chelsea, and I went back into a really difficult time. And I learned more in 6 weeks than I maybe did in longer periods at different football clubs, because it has to be right and feel right at the right moment. Now, you don't know what's going to come of it. When I looked at Coventry, I just saw a club that Mark Robins had done great work with, an established club that we all know, Coventry. And I looked at the squad and I thought, yeah, there's some players there we can work with, and hopefully, transmit your style. Hopefully work at the level where it's not Premier League, and if you lose 2 games, you should get sacked. It's not far off that, but it was a chance to get my head down and work. And that was it. The rest you don't know. It's an unknown.
You couldn't have dreamed it would be this. Like you said, it was a non-parachute club.
Yeah.
You're not a favourite to get promoted.
No, and Tim, the thing that people don't forget, but these boys went from 17th to 5th last year, and Sunderland beat us, and we were so unlucky in that semi. So the resilience to come back again and to be able to push again and do the consistent stuff. Automatic promotion wasn't in our plan. We sat down in the summer, we talked about how perfect can the season be, considering what we are and what we can do and everything, and we were like, can we get in the playoffs, can we get maybe 3rd or 4th to play the home tie, 2nd, which we didn't do last year, and now these boys have done that, and they've got up with 3 games to go. I felt a little bit, there's always a stress and a panic. Last year we got into the playoffs in the last moment. Everton, we stayed up, 2 games to go. Chelsea got in the Champions League last game. Thank God I haven't got to do that this year. We want to go and win it, don't get me wrong, but it's such a good feeling that the lads have managed to get it over the line at this point.
Yeah. Frank, just in terms of your own journey, it's great to see the emotion coming out of you, because unless you've stood where you are, I don't think people quite understand the pressure around management. And I think sometimes people do forget the first couple of jobs. Brilliant job at Derby, first time round at Chelsea, fantastic. Did you feel you had a little bit of a point to prove coming back into management? Because we all sit here, and like Tim said earlier, you don't need to do it, but there's a passion, there's a drive there to want to prove people wrong, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, everything I've ever done probably in my career has been a bit of a point to prove, to be honest. It's been a big driving force in my career as a young player to get through and to try and be better than the one next to me or the one down the road. So I'm probably lucky that I've got that ingrained. It's quite stressful because you're forever fighting against something. So even in good time playing or good time with Chelsea or keeping Everton up, I'm always thinking of the next thing. So I think I will always have that. And you also in this game, like if you're going to worry about what everyone says about you, and the 1 minute you'd be brilliant, the next minute you'd be an idiot, you'd be out of a job. Like I've got much more balance with that, which has helped my mindset.
Do you feel that's where you've grown as a manager from those earlier experiences? Because you have just radiated calmness this season, where everyone else is getting a bit carried away through that real wobble, and it was a wobble, you know, leading up to Middlesbrough. And there was a lot of us that watched a lot of Championship football and thought, oh, this doesn't go the right way. But I've got to say, you just kept so calm. I'm sure the players responded to that and delivered such a good performance.
Yeah, I mean, I had my moments, and I think the trick of being a manager is we spend hours in the office sometimes, like grilling over it all, and then you've got to walk out with a calm demeanour or the smiley face when you don't quite feel that. But yeah, again, I think when you trust the players, then it's much easier. You know, they're such a good group of players, and we know the modern squads now, you need 22 or 24, whatever. 10, 12, 11 of them don't like you very much on a Saturday when you pick the team. And I've got people like Jake Bidwell, Jamie Allen, I'm going to name check them there, that don't play every week. They're the best trainers, they're the best preparers, they're the best voice in the dressing room. And I don't think we could have done what we did this season without Jamie Allen and Jake Bidwell, and I'll miss out others, Ben Wilson, people that have been incredible that aren't always playing. And that's binded this squad together. So in my moments of suffering like we do, and you're always trying to find solutions, those boys are sometimes sorted out for themselves. So I'll pass some of that on to those lads.
And just finally, Frank, before we let you go, what happens now? You've got another game on Tuesday, you want to seal the title, but these lads want a party, don't they? What do you do?
Oh no, they can have a couple of beers on the way home, but we've got to go now, we've got to push on. I said to them before the game, because they had a bit of a party after Sheffield Wednesday when we're not promoted, but you know, we all know we were not going to turn around a 30-goal difference. So when they trained a bit average on Tuesday, Wednesday, I had the ump and I was like, we've got a lot of work to do. It'll be a similar message. Now we're there, it's nice comfort. They deserve to have a beer, and the fans will have a load of beers. But they deserve that moment. But we do have to get our heads back in Portsmouth, because we know at our best, you know, we've had 3 draws on the bounce now. It's understandable in this tense moment, but we want to go and do it. We've got Portsmouth, it'll be a tough game at home. We've got Wrexham, it'll be a tough game. If we play like we've played all season, at our best with the edge like we played in the last 20 minutes, we will be fine. But we've got to try and sustain that for our own self, for our own feeling. We want to finish the season and go every bit from July 1st pre-season to the end. We were spot on. We'll try and do that.
Listen, many congratulations for the rest of the season. Enjoy it. Good luck on Tuesday and for next season as well.
Thanks very much.
Many
Appreciate your
congratulations,
time.
Frank. Thank you.